Calc is an extremely powerful software. So let's see what we can do with it. If we want for Calc to calculate, to estimate, for example, 5 times 56, and we write something like this, it thinks it's a text because we have to indicate the difference between a text like this one and a formula. So in order to do that, we start the cell by the equal sign. So now it's going to calculate. So if we want to do this and continue, I have to do something like this, and then 56, 9, etc. So imagine that it takes quite a lot of time if we do everything manually. So there are two problems. First of all, it takes a lot of time, because imagine if we have 1,000 lines, it would take forever to do that. Plus, it's prone to error. This method is prone to error because at any given time you can, instead of writing something like this, you write something like this. So it takes a lot of time and it's quite dangerous. So you have to find another way. In order to do that, instead of referencing the text, the value of the cell, we just indicate the cell itself. So 5 is in the cell A1. We have the column and then we've got the line to indicate A1 times the cell B1 here for 56. And we've got the result. There you go. Let's forget about this. So A1 times B1. If we want to have the same formula for another two cells, we can just copy and then paste this. It doesn't take any time. And again, if we have 3 times or 4 times more data, it takes as much time. So it's quite easy and there is no problem. What happens here? So when you copy, you say A1, B1. If you copy it to the second line, it's going to understand that you are not trying to multiply again A1 times B1, but the second line. We're going to see about that, about the relative and absolute addresses in one of the next tutorials. So don't worry about that. So there you go. And if you double click on a cell, or if you press F2, you see, for example, the arguments of the formula, and then you've got A1 in blue, and you can find here in blue. So it's quite easy to find the arguments and to verify whether it's the correct argument. So if I had indicated, for example, A2 here, it's quite easy to understand A2 is here, so I can just put it like here. So it's quite easy. And of course you can do whatever you want with your formula. So for example, you can say times B1 times or I don't know, like B3. You can do whatever you want. You can have very complicated formulas in your spreadsheets, etc, etc. So you can go F2 and see, okay, there's a problem, and fix it, etc. So we're going to see about that, about how to copy formulas. So this is the basic way to indicate formulas. So do not forget that we have to start the formula with the equal sign, by the equal sign, and then do not indicate the values themselves, but just the containing the container, so the cell containing the values. So A1 instead of 5, B1 instead of 56.